If you are over 40 and you drink water every single day, you might still be slowly destroying your kidneys without even knowing it. Not because of what you're drinking, but because of when and how you're living the rest of your day. And before you click away, I'm not talking about alcohol. I'm not talking about soda. I'm talking about a habit so common, so normal that almost everyone over 40 is doing it right now, maybe even you. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what it is, why it's so dangerous after 40, and the simple daily fix that can protect your kidneys starting today. Let's start with something most people never think about. Your kidneys are working right now, every second of every day. They filter about 200 liters of blood daily. They control your blood pressure. They remove toxins. They balance the fluids in your entire body. And here's the thing, your kidneys don't send you pain signals until they are already seriously damaged. By the time you feel something is wrong, up to 90% of kidney function can already be gone. That's not meant to scare you. That's just the truth. And the scary part? The habit that damages your kidneys most is not a dramatic one. It's quiet. It's daily. And most doctors never even bring it up at routine checkups. But here's the surprising part. The #1 silent kidney killer for people over 40 is chronic dehydration combined with one common painkiller habit. Let me explain both, because together they are doing something inside your body that you absolutely need to understand. Point 1. You are probably more dehydrated than you think. Most people over 40 believe they drink enough water. But here's what the research actually shows. As we age, our sense of thirst becomes less reliable. Your brain literally stops sending strong thirst signals the way it did when you were younger. So you can be significantly dehydrated and feel completely fine. And when your body is dehydrated, your kidneys go into conservation mode. They start holding on to water. Blood flow to the kidneys slows down. Waste products become more concentrated in your urine. Over time, and this is where it gets dangerous, those concentrated waste products start to crystallize. That's how kidney stones form. And kidney stones are not just painful. They are a warning sign that your kidneys have been struggling quietly for a long time. Most people don't know this, but dark yellow or strong-smelling urine is your kidneys waving a red flag. Not screaming, just quietly waving. The fix here is simple but specific. It's not just drink more water, because drinking too much water too fast actually stresses your kidneys as well. The right approach is to sip water consistently throughout the day. Small amounts, regularly. Start with a glass of water first thing in the morning before coffee or tea. Your kidneys have been filtering all night. They need to be flushed gently before you load your body with caffeine. And speaking of caffeine, I'll come back to that in just a moment, because there's something about your morning drink that most people over 50 are completely unaware of. Point 2. The painkiller habit that's quietly destroying your kidneys. Now here's the part that genuinely surprises most people. Think about the last time you had a headache, a backache, sore knees, stiff joints in the morning. What did you reach for? If you said ibuprofen, naproxen, or any over-the-counter anti-inflammatory, you are not alone. These are some of the most widely used medications in the world. And after 40, when our joints start aching and everyday pain becomes more common, many people start taking them regularly. A pill in the morning. A pill after a long day. Sometimes two. Here's what's actually happening inside your body when you do that. These medications, called NSAIDs, reduce blood flow to your kidneys. Every single time you take them, when you're young and healthy, your kidneys can handle that occasional stress. But after 40, and especially after 50, the kidneys are already working with reduced capacity. Taking these painkillers regularly is like repeatedly choking off the water supply to a plant, slowly, silently. Studies show that people who take NSAIDs regularly, even just a few times a week, have a measurably higher risk of chronic kidney disease. But here's the surprising part most people completely miss. It's not the occasional pill that's the problem, it's the habit. Taking a painkiller becomes so automatic that people stop questioning it. Got a headache? Pill. He back? Pill. Can't sleep because of joint pain? Pill. And every time a little more pressure goes on the kidneys. The practical solution here is not to never take a painkiller again. It's to be intentional. Talk to your doctor about alternatives for chronic pain. Look into stretching, magnesium supplements for muscle cramps, or warm compresses for joint pain. And when you do take a painkiller, drink extra water with it. Hydration cushions the kidneys against the stress. Point 3. Your morning drink is doing more damage than you realize. I promised I'd come back to this. So let's talk about coffee. Now, before you panic, I'm not here to tell you to give up coffee. But I am going to tell you something about how most people over 40 drink their coffee that is genuinely damaging their kidneys over time. Here's the problem. Coffee is a mild diuretic. That means it causes your body to lose water. Most people wake up already slightly dehydrated from sleeping. Then they immediately drink 1 or 2 cups of coffee. Then they rush into their day without drinking water. By mid-morning, their body is running on a water deficit. The kidneys are already under stress. And then most people don't drink meaningful amounts of water until they're actually thirsty, which, as we talked about, becomes less reliable with age. So the damage is not really from the coffee itself. It's from the pattern. Coffee first, water never, dehydration all day, kidneys quietly struggling. Most people don't know this, but even mild chronic dehydration over months and years causes something called tubulointermal nephritis, a type of kidney inflammation that slowly scars the kidney tissue. No symptoms, no pain. Just quiet, gradual damage. The fix is beautifully simple. Before your morning coffee, drink 1 full glass of water. That's it, just 1. You're not giving up coffee. You're just giving your kidneys a running start before you stress them. This one small shift, water before coffee, every single morning, is genuinely one of the most protective habits you can build for your kidney health after 40. Point 4. The salt habit. Nobody talks about. Here's a question for you. When you cook, do you add salt? When you eat out, do you eat processed foods, canned soups, packaged snacks? Of course you do. Most of us do. But here's what's happening inside your kidneys every time you overload on sodium. Your kidneys are responsible for filtering sodium out of your blood. When sodium intake is consistently high, the kidneys have to work harder and harder to keep up. Over time, this raises blood pressure, which then further damages the kidneys. It's a cycle. High salt raises blood pressure. High blood pressure damages the kidneys. Damaged kidneys regulate blood pressure less effectively. After 40, this cycle accelerates, and the most dangerous source of sodium is not the salt shaker on your table. It's the hidden sodium inside processed foods, restaurant meals, canned goods, and condiments that most people never even read the label on. A single can of soup can contain more than half your entire recommended daily sodium intake. And most people eat it without thinking twice. This is where it gets dangerous for people who already have even slightly elevated blood pressure, which is extremely common after 50. The practical tip here is simple. You don't need to count every milligram. Just start reading labels on the 3 or 4 packaged foods you eat most often. Replace the saltiest ones with lower sodium alternatives. Use herbs, lemon juice, or garlic to flavor food instead of salt. Small changes, done consistently, protect your kidneys in ways that are hard to measure but impossible to ignore. Point 5. Sitting too long is quietly strangling your kidneys. I know that sounds dramatic, but stay with me here because this is the one most people never expect. After 40, many of us have jobs or lifestyles that involve a lot of sitting. At a desk, on a couch, in a car. And while most people associate prolonged sitting with back pain or poor circulation, almost nobody talks about what it does to your kidneys. Here's the science in plain language. When you sit for long periods, blood circulation throughout your body slows down. Your kidneys depend on consistent, healthy blood flow to function properly. When that flow is reduced, even temporarily, repeatedly, kidney filtration efficiency drops. A landmark study found that people who sit for more than 8 hours a day have a significantly higher risk of chronic kidney disease, even when controlling for diet and other factors. But here's the surprising part. The solution is not to go to the gym for an hour and then sit for the rest of the day. That doesn't cancel it out. The actual protective habit is movement, broken up throughout the day. Even just standing up and walking for 2 to 3 minutes every hour has measurable protective effects on kidney function. Set a gentle reminder on your phone. Walk to the kitchen. Do a lap around the room. It sounds too simple to matter, but your kidneys are fed by blood flow, and blood flow responds to movement, not just exercise. So let's bring this all together. We've covered 5 real, daily habits that are silently damaging kidneys in people over 40. Chronic dehydration that you can't feel. The painkiller habit that's become automatic. The coffee before water morning routine. Hidden sodium in everyday foods. And prolonged sitting that slows the blood your kidneys depend on. None of these are dramatic. None of them feel dangerous in the moment. That's exactly what makes them so harmful. Your kidneys don't complain. They don't demand attention. They just quietly do their job until one day they can't anymore. But the good news, and this is real, practical good news, is that all 5 of these habits are changeable. You don't need medication. You don't need expensive supplements. You need awareness and small, consistent daily choices. Start with just one thing from this video. Just one. Drink a glass of water before your morning coffee tomorrow. That's it. Start there. Then next week, check the sodium on those 2 or 3 packaged foods you eat regularly. Small step. Then set a phone reminder to stand up once an hour. These are not big changes. But over months, over years, after 40 and 50 and beyond, they are the difference between kidneys that keep you healthy and kidneys that quietly fail you. If this video gave you something valuable, a new insight, a habit you hadn't thought about, a reason to take your kidney health seriously, then please share it with someone you care about who is over 40. They deserve to know this too. And if you want to keep learning how to protect your body and feel genuinely well as you get older, subscribe to this channel. We put out content that's honest, practical, and designed specifically for people who are serious about living well in the second half of life. Take care of your kidneys. They're working hard for you every single day. It's time to return the favor.